I will be starting my performance by playing two songs. One is 1000 Years by Christina Perry, and the second one is Zinda from the movie Bhag Milkha Bhag. Do you all want to know how I came to this place of playing all of these 5 instruments together? Everyone has the different ways of connecting with new people. Music has been mine. Hi, I'm Khushi Jhankharia, a self-taught multi-instrumentalist. I started my journey of music by learning keyboard when I was 11-year-old kid. Being an 11-year-old kid, I was always drawn towards music. I used to play keyboard in my school assembly. At that time, I didn't have any identity. The only identity I had was, you are the girl who plays keyboard, right? At this time, I realized that music is something, it's a way for me to connect with people. From my childhood, it was really difficult for me to fit in certain group, to start a conversation with people. Music paved the way. It helped me to connect with people. It gave me an identity. This was not something that I wanted to shine out in the crowd, but this was something that I wanted to carry for the rest of my life. When I was 14, I saw my sister playing multiple instruments together. And that sounded something really amazing. Like how a one person can coordinate such a different instruments at the same time. That's where I was inspired. I wanted to be a multi-instrumentalist. but I didn't know where to start my journey with. But I was clear with one thing, that in order to master playing multiple instruments together, it is really necessary to master individual of them. For the first 3 years, while I was mastering the keyboard, I was also drawn towards guitar. I started practicing guitar. So, without having any professional training, from my very childhood, I had this sense if I listen to any music, let's say for example, I listen to this tune, Sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa. So after listening to this tune, I would try to play in my instruments. Let me give you an example. So this was my base learning. I used to listen to the song, and with experimenting and imitations, I would try to play in individual instruments. I didn't knew that this experiments and couple of imitation will bring a whole new world for me. I started mastering guitar, and after that, playing guitar in the school, after some time I came to know that I'm not really that great at singing. That's where the mouth organ came in rescue. It became my new voice. After practicing individual instruments, I also started practicing the coordination, just how a guitar and a singing is being coordinated. After some time of dedication and practicing the coordination, it sounded something like this. So, the song which I'm going to play is Slow Motion Angreza from the movie Pak Milkha Bagh. So after mastering these two instruments together and performing at the school, now from the keyboard girl, I was started to be known as, you are the girl who plays two instruments together, right? So again, I knew that music is my identity. So I wanted to add more instruments to it, a drum and a hi-hat, as you can see. But at that time, drums was really expensive for us being a middle-class family. But I didn't want that to stop me. So one day, I was around 16 years old. I brought these two steel plates and two spoons from my kitchen. I tied each of the spoon at my toes, and at the one side, on the floor, I stick the steel plates on the right and the left. So this right-hand side, I used to think that this is my drum, and on the left-hand side, I used to think that this is my hi-hat. And I used to practice this guitar, a mouth organ, and that two steel plates. While maybe my family thought that I'm looking like a mindless creature and burning their ears out with the steel plates getting played, but I never knew that this couple of imitations that I'm doing, the experiment that I'm doing, will result a whole new world. I didn't knew that playing the steel plates for months will help me coordinate the instruments in my real life. After doing this practice of playing steel plates together and Now coming it to the drums and hi-hat, it sounded something like this, and I want you to hear that if you have any dedication to do something, what it will result. Thank you so much. So after mastering this 4 instruments together, I thought that I'll just add the handshake. After mastering these 5 instruments together, the girl who was known as to play keyboard when she was 11-year old. Now, at the age of 21, I am known as the instrument girl who plays 5 different instruments together. I never knew that playing steel plates will result something into something like this. And maybe after this, my identity will be of girl who plays 5 instruments together and an official TEDx speaker. So this was my way of connecting and communicating with people. The girl in the school who had problem of communicating with people, now with the music as an expression, I am able to connect with people. Thank you so much.